Hello, hello. I'm AerieDrawsHorror, and this is a tutorial on how to draw hands. Um, let me just Let me just get closer to the mic, and I'll explain to you how to draw hands. Um, Hands are pretty easy to draw. No, that's the biggest lie I've ever told anyone. Hands are so fucking hard to draw, especially if you don't know how to draw yet. That's why you're here in this tutorial made by me, ADH. Right there. I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna be your mentor today, and I'll teach you how to draw hands. So let's start with this shape. It's gonna be like I don't know what the shape's called, right? Just copy me. Alright, so this is a really cool shape, isn't it? Make it 3D. We've learned this in like elementary school, how to make things 3D, right? So fairly simple, right? Fairly simple object geometry. So after we do that, we'll just add more rectangles to it. Let's do this. We'll do 4 of these. Alright. And then we'll do a square over here. Boom, 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 boom. How do we turn this mess into a hand? I'll teach you. So basically, I'll just reduce the opacity here. If you're on paper, don't worry, it's harder on paper, and you can't do what I'm doing right now, which is reducing the opacity. But relax. This is your first drawing. It's not gonna come out that good. It's fine if it doesn't come out that good, because you're learning. All right. So basically, now we're just gonna add more rectangles right here on the tip over here. The same goes over here, right? Reduce the opacity again, just so it becomes like clearer. And now I'll just basically teach you how we can turn this into a hand, right? This is just the baby steps, right? Those things you put on bikes before you actually know how to walk, right? How to ride, I mean. So basically, I'll just gently make lines here, following our template, and since I'm like used to doing this and you're not, let's just do an exercise, right? Instead of copying me, look at your own hand and like try to draw it as like in this position for now. Try to draw it, right? And it's gonna look sort of like this. Okay, now just getting the shapes here. Okay, just getting them, and it's looking pretty shitty right now. It's gonna look better, don't worry. I've drawn hundreds of hands and they all look fucking terrible the first try. So be patient. Okay, I'll raise this bit, and this is completely like out of proportion here. So I'll just fix it real quickly. Okay, sure. What do we do now? This font is really big. I'll just adjust. Oh, you shouldn't have seen that. Sorry. Um, this is why we draw the thumb for last. Don't ever draw the thumb first, okay? You'll draw the four fingers and you'll be like, okay, this looks uncanny. How do I fix this? With a thumb, the way you do it is you need to do this. You need to do a triangle first. After you do the damn triangle, you can do this. See how easy it is? It is pretty damn easy. Then you just erase the place in between it. And it looks awful. But it's alright. Doesn't need to look that great, okay? Now, we finish the hand with a wrist. And that's how you draw a hand. Let's draw a hand from like a different angle so you can like get better at it. Oh, but you haven't drawn the fingernails yet. Okay, just do this. Just do this. Fingernails are really easy. You just need to look at your own and draw the way it looks. I don't like to like draw things anatomically incorrectly, like in cartoony ways anymore. I used to do that, but I just think it's like it doesn't look good when you want your art to be somewhat realistic. It doesn't feel good when you don't follow anatomy that greatly, that closely. So I always try to follow anatomy closely. So yeah, well, hand is done, right? Nope. You have knuckles. Knuckles are right over here. You can draw them with several different shapes. I recommend circular ones, like these. And once you do that, it'll be fine. Okay, you're done. You just drew a hand, and maybe we can fix this thumb by just making it a bit more spread out, right? Like over here. Yeah, it's much better. Like here and here. Yup. And do this over here. Boom, boom. Alright, so how do we keep going? To become good at drawing hands, you need to be able to draw several of them. You need to be drawing like hundreds of them so you become good. Like, look at this hand. Like, it's not that good. It's not anatomically perfect. It's alright. Okay, it's decent, alright? Hands are really hard. That's why I'm teaching you them, because I want you to master the harder things before the easiest ones. Why? Because it's just easier that way, right? It's just cooler that way. People want to be able to draw hands faster than they want to draw, like, I don't know, dicks, right? So basically, let's draw another hand following the same template as before. This way it's like, let's draw like a hand pointing and let's do this. And so no, not like this. Let me just and so yeah, it's really easy. Just gotta remember the shapes. Why am I using these basic ass shapes? Well, it's because they help a lot. They helped me a lot in my drawing journey, and they will certainly help you too. Now, we'll do that square like we said, and do it over here. Now you can even make a shape like this for the wrist, but anyways, not important. Now you just cover it. Never start with the thumb. I like to start with the second finger. Let me just zoom in. With the second finger, I think it's more interesting this way. So the pointing finger over here is getting the attention. I'll draw the nail already because I'm impatient, and we'll just ignore the thumb for now. And over here, we follow our template. Over here. Okay, so just pointing it over here, and we just do this. Now same goes over here, and I'm adjusting the size of it because, you know, like when you're drafting for those who don't know, is just when you're like drawing these geometric shapes. When you're drafting, when you're like doodling like this, you don't really pay attention for proportions, right? So they ended up kind of fucked up, and you don't realize that until you actually draw the piece. So you make little adjustments and stuff. And we have 4 fingers here. And how do we make this into the hand? Well, just follow your format, right? Okay, so this is almost a hand. We need a thumb. What do? Just do this. Make a ramp. Like a slide. Make a slide, and then make another slide over here. Wow. Close it. Then actually make the thumb. Boom. So easy, man. Drawing is so easy. I know, right? Then you just need to like adjust its actual shape. Like, look. Looks way better now. And then you erase a little bit of the stuff that's like left out of the drawing, and all of a sudden you have a pretty solid hand. Hell yeah. So we'll make one more from a different angle, and I'll finish the video, alright? Or maybe I could teach you something else. I could teach you something else related to hands. Let me think. Well, the knuckles, we forgot the knuckles. Oh yeah, sometimes you'll forget that the hand, the thumb and this pointing finger right here. Sometimes you forget that they actually have a really long distance between each other. And yeah, like if you look at your own hand, like that's how it looks. And yeah, so we'll make just one more, and this one's gonna be a fist. So do 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 do. Yup, it does not look like a fist. Not yet. It'll look like one soon enough. let me just get it over here, right? Okay, so that's how you do it, okay? Don't start with a thumb like I just did there. Don't, okay? Then get the space in between them. Get a space in between them. Draw the finger. Get a space in between them. Every finger is gonna be like thinner than the other one, okay? So like apart from like the middle finger. The middle finger is the thickest finger, but everything after it gets thinner. And everything before it is also thinner than the middle finger. And then the smallest finger, which is the thumb, it's over here. We make knuckles, alright, over here. And you're like, alright, this does not look like a fist. Be patient, alright? We'll make the thumb over here. This does not look like a thumb. Relax. Chill. It'll look like it. Now you just get this end of the finger, and you connect it to the knuckle, and you just do that, alright? For all of your fingers. All of a sudden, it kind of looks like a fist. And then you just complete it over here. That does not look like a fist. Okay, so let me just cut this out of the video. Alright, now let's just make a fist. A fist would be more like this. Make the wrist over here. Make the squares. And then another one like this. Now we just draw it. Remember that each finger is gonna be thinner, like as you go to like the side of the hand. However, the exception for this is the middle finger. The middle finger is the biggest one, and it's also the thickest one. So you just have to make it real thick. Then everything after and before it is thinner than the middle finger. Okay, so that's it. You make the 4 hands, right? It already looks like a fist, but then you need the thumb. The thumb's over here, like we set it up. And the thing with the fist is that the thumb doesn't look like this. Okay, like he does not look like this. That's not a fist. The thumb, the cool thing about the thumb here is that it actually nicely gets stuck in into the hand, into the fist, so it looks more like this. Then you just make the knuckles. Over here, over here, over here, over here, and over here. You're done. Just make the rest of the wrist, and you've got a fist. This is the end of the tutorial. thank you for watching. Thank you for watching the tutorial. You really appreciate I really appreciate you for being here, and thanks. This is AerieDrawsHorror, and see you in another tutorial. Bye.